right back. Welcome to the Vet SOS Veteran Entrepreneur Spotlight. Remember, don't drown in the sea of transition. Grab the Vet SOS Lifeline. The Veteran Entrepreneur Spotlight is sponsored by SpearPoint Solutions. SpearPoint Solutions is a one-stop shop for leading-edge products, services, and training from multiple vendors. From AI training to corporate gifts and much more, they have everything you need to help your organization thrive in the modern economy. You can check out all their valuable offerings at spearpointonline.com. And remember to use the code VETSOS to continue to support our podcast and what we're trying to do for our community. We are here today with Bianca Bevans. She's an ambitious military veteran who is no stranger to adversity. After serving 13 years in the Navy, Bianca decided to focus on her career as an entrepreneur, offering postpartum wellness services to mothers and their families. Bianca is an encouraging friend, supportive military spouse, loving mother, and inspirational leader with a heart of gold and determination to make a difference in the lives of those around her. How are you doing today, Bianca?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great, honestly.
That's awesome. That is awesome. All right, so tell us a little bit about your transition. How did the transition out of the military go for you?
It was rough, honestly. Of course, I was a 13-year Navy veteran when I got out. My husband was still on active duty, and we relocated to Hawaii. So new culture, new people, new life transition, and my son was a little bit over 1 year old. And so just adjusting to motherhood as a civilian without community, it provided a great levels of adversity, but right now I'm kind of over that hump and getting into the groove of things.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. So what led you to want to be an entrepreneur?
So really my last year, my journey, and just once I became an official civilian, I just said that I didn't want to work for anyone anymore. I needed that flexibility and, have that control over my hours and just time with my children.
Outstanding. Completely understand that. So what has been the best part about being an entrepreneur?
The best part is really not one thing, really just meeting different people and just waking up and knowing that I have that control of being creative and, being able to drive my own wheel.
Awesome. Absolutely. What's been the worst part about being an entrepreneur?
It's very time consuming. It can be expensive. And just learning who to talk to and who to network with and what resources are out there. It's worth the investment, but it is definitely time consuming, especially when you have a family and, transitioning. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. A lot goes into it.
Yeah.
All right. So as you decided to become an entrepreneur, did you participate in any programs? The military has several programs they're affiliated with for entrepreneurship. So is there anything that you've done program-wise to help you get started?
Yes, absolutely. So when I got out in 2022, I did the Rosie Network first. That was my first military program. And then this year, I was able to go to Atlanta to join other military affiliated women with Syracuse University. So that igniting the spirit of entrepreneurship in women. So IVMF. So I did 2 military programs, and they were great. A lot of information that they put out there.
Oh, absolutely. I've heard a lot of great things about the Rosie Network, and IVMF they have a phenomenal offering of programs across the board, not only for businesses, but also for certifications. Now that they've combined forces with Bunker Labs as well, which is a program that I've gone through. So, it's just some amazing resources in what they do. So that is tremendous. All right. So tell us about Mothers Rise Collective LLC. What is this?
Mothers Rise Collective LLC. It is everything. So we provide postpartum concierge services from small tasks such as meal prep to big tasks such as curating baby showers or curating family events. So Mothers Rise Collective is really a personalized business tailored to each mother and what their needs are. We're also transitioning into perinatal and life transition coaching as one of the services that we would love to offer. And so we're really, I've been working on this for 2 years, but we're really just getting started with everything. And I'm really passionate about it. And I really do hope that other mothers are inspired to, seek us out.
And where are you based now that you're doing the business?
In Houston, Texas.
Okay. Houston. So I'm assuming that's where you're focusing your efforts, or are you trying to go nationwide? What are you doing with that?
So honestly, I want to focus my efforts on major cities where large bases are. So I want to start with San Antonio, and possibly Norfolk, Jacksonville. But I do hope to eventually kind of, I don't want to be boxed in as all of what we can offer. So I do eventually want to be nationwide and offer other services like training on, relationship and conflict resolution and, job searching, all of that. I do have a big vision for what we want to offer. So kind of got to keep it down though, because, start doing everything and not finishing what I started. So
I fully understand that. So what then is your first target market?
So my first target market are veteran women who are mothers.
Okay. And what's the first target city?
First target city would be Houston, considering that this is where I'm based. I'm located right now.
Okay. Outstanding. Yeah, I'm amazed how many veterans are actually in Houston. I figured more of them would be, in the Killeen area, San Antonio area, El Paso areas, around the bases and things like that. But I have heard so much about the veteran population there in Houston. So definitely a good spot to probably be starting this. Okay, so as you start this business, what types of things is your main focus to start? Because you told us about all the things you want to do as
Mhm.
you're starting. What do you have, one or two things or a couple of things that are like your main focus that you really want to start with?
Yes. So my main two things that I want to focus on is actually the perinatal life transition coaching and also offering the in-home non-medical postpartum care.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about that and like how you plan to help with that?
Yes, so with the postpartum care, we would, of course, do a free consultation first to find out what the mom would need and if we are a good fit, because we don't just want to, force someone to, take our business and we don't even click. And so then we would get the free consultation, and from there, say for instance, if they want personalized housekeeping or meal prep, we would come to their home per hour and provide the services that they need. And if they need any resources, we will also be able to connect them with other midwives or doulas, or if they need therapy, we can also connect them with a range of therapists that we will have on our database.
Okay, okay. So you said database. That always intrigues me. So what's this database?
Well, it's not as extreme as I just made it, but more so connecting with other, professionals who are doctors, therapists, even doulas, midwives, and we would be able to just say, hey, we have a client here who may be needing your service. Can we connect them with you? Or would you be able to offer them your services and make sure that they are receiving the resources that they need and actually having actionable steps to elevate in their motherhood journey?
Okay, so a database of like trusted partners and
Right.
organizations that you've researched and you've worked with. That's fantastic because I know there's a lot of places that have various databases out there for networking purposes. And here in Jacksonville, Florida, I know there's a new medical one they're rolling out that is supposed to tie in all these different medical services so that you can track people and what they're going after, and part of that will help cut down on overuse of services.
Right.
So but it's fantastic when we can bring the whole community together and form things like that. And Who knows? I have no idea what Houston or Texas in general has as far as that, but I would imagine being a very military friendly state that they probably have a lot of great tie-ins there. So as you lay the foundation here and you start to build this business, what are you looking like? What's your 5-year dream when it comes to your business?
That's a great question. My 5-year dream as I elevate this business is I really feel driven to connect with transition resources for military women and military women who are, transitioning out of the military and who are mothers. I really dream of being able to facilitate presentations on a special focus on military women who are getting out the military and have a family. Because I experienced when I got out the military, of course they can't reach every category of people, but I really experienced the lack of resources and the lack of, workshops for mothers, especially mothers who have young children and, don't have a village. So I really do want Mothers Rise to really be able to travel and do training and workshops for transitioning outside of the military and into motherhood and civilian life.
That's outstanding. I love that vision. And I know there's a lot of red tape and stuff that goes into it, but are you looking at, trying to become, get affiliated with like women and children on bases and things like that, the WIC programs and the various community service programs they have to help to mothers?
Yes, so there's absolutely a lot of organizations here in Houston. Of course, it's so big, so many organizations that I've been able to kind of softly connect with. But I do hope to really sit down and talk about how we can really collaborate and, reach another target audience. But I do hope to connect with the VA and also eventually get more training and education on contracts so that way I can, officially work with the military and government facilities.
Oh yeah, there's a whole process that goes into that.
Yeah,
so have fun on that part of the journey. Well, that's fantastic, and I think with the pregnancy side of the house and things like that, when it comes to military families, it's like just about every other program where each base may be a little bit different, and each base has good and bad. And I was fortunate that when my wife got pregnant with our first child, we were in Germany. And being such a small community, they really poured a lot into their program. So there were classes to go to, and I don't remember the name of it. Let's call it like a daddy boot camp or something like that, where they take the fathers through everything as well. So there's some places that do it really well, and then as we all know, there's places that don't do it well at all. So I think what you're trying to do here is going to be great to help our community and help people really get the services they need to go forward. So I applaud you for your efforts here. So as we get ready to close, what's the best place for our audience to connect with you and learn about your business?
The best place would be to connect with me on LinkedIn. You can just search Bianca Bevans, and I'm very active on LinkedIn, posting about my business, posting about just transitioning in general out of the military. So if you like to, just connect with us. And then our website, mothersrisecollective.com.
Outstanding. Please check her out. I mean, I love what you're trying to do here. I think this is going to be a fantastic service, and definitely wish you the best of luck.
Oh, thank you, Sean. Thank you for having me on here. A bit nervous, but
you did absolutely fine. So we want to thank Bianca for joining us today on Vet SOS. And on behalf of the entire Vet SOS family, we want to thank everyone for joining in today. You can find Vet SOS Podcast on all your favorite podcast platforms, YouTube and social media platforms, and make sure to subscribe and follow so you don't miss anything. And as always, remember, don't drown the sea of transition. Grab the Vet SOS Lifeline.